Hey folks, this is Vince with Ads Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly check out Milord. This is a game that you can find on Steam's Early Access program for about $10 or so, and I stress early access, that means everything that you're about to see is subject to change. So based on what I saw, there were two different scenarios, the Barony scenario and the Winter scenario, and this is one of those turn-based you're the king, so you make decisions and affect a lot of different things kind of game. So, as you might expect, you're going to be sitting at this throne making decisions. Now, there's these action points that you can spend to listen to different people. There's a map that you can access, and there are different exclamation points on this map or different icons that you can click on, and you can choose to spend resources typically in order to do the thing. So, for example, if the roads need repaired, you could spend some gold and your military or sword resource in order to repair it. And that doesn't take effect right away. Some of these events have a time limit or, a number of turns that is needed in order to do the thing. So you might not see the result of your choices until a couple of turns later. But there are people that will come in. They have a patience meter, and that's how many turns they can wait before they get tired of you. And there's also action points too, as I was saying earlier. Each person typically has an action point associated with them. So whenever you call them forward to listen to what they have to say, you're spending an action point, and you can find those in the upper middle of the screen. There's a giant one right there. And your choices will determine what kind of rewards you get. And I don't know if it's RNG completely or what, but some of the choices, I was trying to help someone and it completely backfired on me, and I lost money. It was kind of weird. So I was getting results that I wasn't expecting sometimes. And the UI, I think, was a little confusing to follow. Like, when I was first playing this, it wasn't that intuitive. It took me some time to, fully understand what I was looking at and, what I was supposed to click on next, if that makes any sense. But ultimately, you're trying to just keep your kingdom afloat while you're making all these things, all these decisions. As far as battles go, sometimes you'll have a dice off with enemies like burglars, for example. I outnumbered them 3-2, but the dice just weren't good to me. You click on one bonus that you get on the left, like +2 to damage, +2 to defense, whatever. And despite having more military than the burglars, which, I'm militarily trained and these guys aren't, but I still lost because of a bad die roll. So if RNG isn't your thing, random number generation isn't your thing, you may not enjoy this part of the game because you could get absolutely screwed. And I think that's by design. I in my press email, the developer was even kidding that, just laugh with the RNG as it happens kind of thing. Yeah, fine, but I'm not a big RNG kind of person. I'm more of a chess player than a roulette player, but that's just me. But it's not bad. The art style and the pixel art, very well put together. Listening to the people talk, blah, 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 like the Star Fox animals, and for the Super NES, that was funny too. So it's a well put together game based on what I've seen so far, but it doesn't pull any punches, and there's no difficulty settings. And I like that you can even construct buildings to some degree. Like you can, put houses down, for example, and that way you can increase your resources per turn in certain areas. I want to explore more of that, but I didn't get far enough into my playthrough to really experience it because of the bad things that were happening to me. And again, I don't know if that's an RNG thing or I was just choosing the wrong choices or not fully getting something. So I think this has potential. I think it has room to grow. I'm going to thumb it up for now. But if it leaves early access in the state, I'm going to be more inclined to be nah, I don't know. So I want to see more difficulty settings, more, maybe even a more lax setting for casual gamers, ones that offer more resources or less harsh things that might happen, less RNG and, bad RNG in your favor, that kind of thing, just so I can experience the story, grow a kingdom at my own pace without having to, worry about keeping my people happy constantly. Because that's what you're doing. You have to keep your approval rating above 0, I believe, in order to survive. So yeah, I do recommend it, but as I said, it has room to grow. There's no difficulty settings, and it's probably the biggest thing I want to see. I want to see ways to customize my game to make it harder or easier depending on, how I'm feeling. Well, this is Vince. Thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all next time. Take care.